Alright. So, we gotta go to the clubhouse first. I went to the clubhouse. Tell the truth, I never really liked extracurricular activities. School used to find any excuse to skip extra classes. University I had no interest in participating in the student council. Wasn't interested in boxing, or modeling, or sewing. So I came here just to check off the box. Are you fucking serious, dude? Do something! Nobody was there. Found myself in something like a hut of junior robotics enthusiasts. There were wireless and simple printed circuits scattered everywhere. Chips and on the table proudly stood on a skilograph. Yeah. Heard a voice from another room, and then two pioneers appeared. It's gotta be Electro, right? Yeah. One was electronic, and the other one I didn't know. Hi, Simeon. We've been expecting you. That's fucking creepy. Seems he knows everything about everyone. Why were you expecting me? Well, of course, because you came to sign up to our cybernetics club, didn't you? Didn't let me answer. And this is Shurik. He's in charge here. I assume there's only two of you in the club? Well, you could say that it's three now. Ha. 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 Shurik came up to me and assertively offered his hand. His face was somewhat familiar. Welcome to the club. Yep. Now, I'll show you around. I didn't even get a fucking chance. Make yourself at home. I mean, I would make myself at home, but I don't know what this fucking place even is. I just wanted to... We're always welcoming new members. Said it in such a way that the anthem of the Soviet Union started playing in my head. It's amazing, I even remember the words. In the first grade I had a textbook with the lyrics on the back. No, I just wanted you to sign my checklist. Yep. Sign up to the club, I'll sign your checklist. He grinned. I was getting ready for a long and boring argument, but then I heard someone enter. I looked back and saw Slavia. Simeon, I hope they're not giving you any trouble. I mean, they're basically controlling my life and not giving me any freedom at all, but thank you. She narrowed her eyes, looking at the future of the motherland's robotics industry. I know these two. They can. Well, you know, actually, I just need to get my checklist signed. Decided to take advantage of the situation. No problem, give it to me. Slavia took the paper and marched up to Shurik. Sign it. Hold on, we're not done yet. You're done. Sign it now. She gave Shurik such a threatening look that it made him lose every possible objection. He wrote some squiggles on the checklist. I thanked Slavia, then I moved on in a mellow mood. Okay, the next place that he said to go was the music club. Music club. Small one-level building was located some distance from the other camp buildings. I opened the door and entered without hesitation. I still need to give Slavia the fucking keys. There were enough instruments for a whole orchestra here. Drums, guitars, even a piano. Spent some time looking closely at every instrument, wanting to guess the time period they were from, but suddenly I heard a crawling sound coming from underneath the piano. Girl seemed like she was looking for something. She was standing on all fours in such a suggestive pose that I hesitated to speak at first. Excuse me, but your vag is quite nice. Who's there? She tried to stand up, but the bottom of the piano prevented her from doing so. I mean prevented, not perverted. Sorry. She struggled out. Sorry I scared you. It's nothing. Oh, you got a checklist. You must be new here. Yes. My name is Miku. I like you. And your underwear. No, really, I'm serious. Nobody believes me, but it's my real name. My mother is Japanese. My dad met her when he was building. Well, it wasn't him who was building. He's an engineer. Huh. He was working on a nuclear power plant there. Or a dam, or bridge, whatever. She was talking so fast she swallowed half the words she tried to pronounce. I'm Simeon. Great. Want to be in our club? It's only me here now. But it'll be two of us then. Do you play anything? When I became antisocial, I bought a guitar and learned a few chords, but then I forgot about it. So I quit everything that required more than a couple of hours to learn. No, I wasn't planning to do anything like that, really. Can you be so... I hate this guy. Oh, it's okay, I'll teach you. Maybe a trumpet, for example. How about a violin? I know it all, honestly. There was no point in arguing with the orchestra girl, since there was only another cascade of words waiting to blast at me. Hey, I'll think about it. Can you just sign it for now? Yes, sure. Give it to me. Sure to come around. I sing, too. I'll sing you some Japanese folk songs. Maybe if you're not into that, something more contemporary? Sure. Thanks. Gotta go now. Of course, come any time. She's blushing. She likes me. You should bang her. What? You never said and stayed inside. Might be nice to hang around with a guitar in the evening, but in such company. There's only two people. It's just you and her. I turned to leave and came face to face with Elisa. She eyed me suspiciously. Why did you come? The checklist. Got it signed? Yes. Then move it. Wow. Lisa went inside and I hurried to leave this place. Okay, then he said the infirmary. I missed kitchen. Whatever. What's the point of visiting the infirmary? My health was fine. Fresh local air clearly did me some good. I felt fresher than usual. But I'd just have to visit. I entered. A common infirmary like my school doctor's room. Really? That's common? Big ass like beakers and shit? Apparently this is common. Not at my school. Holy shit, you are hot. Middle-aged woman sat at the table. Obviously she was a nurse. Whoa, her eyes. She gazed intently at me, assessing me while continuing to write something. Well, hello, Pioneer, said the nurse without being distracted from her work. Good afternoon, ma'am. I have something. I have AIDS. What? Sit down, please. I looked around the room. On the couch. Sat down. Strip. Okay. She said all of it with an even tone. What for? To inspect, de-escalate, to check on your health, you know? Strip. My name is Violetta, but you can call me Viola. Viola? She turned to me. What are you waiting for? Strip. But I have no health issues. I've got this. I neatly gave her the paper. Later. She took the stethoscope off her neck, seeming like she intended to probe me with it. Then someone knocked on the door. Nurse answered unwillingly. Come in. When the door opened widely, an electronic rushed inside. Hello. I fell during the football game. Nonsense, of course. I'm okay, but Dimitri? There was a massive bruise under electronic's eye. Holy shit. I doubt that this could be a football injury. Did Dimitri beat the shit out of you? Sit down, I'll have a look, she said to him. And you, pass me your checklist. Nurse quickly signed it and continued. If something hurts, come to me immediately, Pioneer. I decided not to answer and went out, closing door behind me, while rushing to put my pants on. There's surely something else. Alright, library. Actually, I love reading. Spending my days in a library under current circumstances was well beyond my scope. So I'd better hurry up with this checkpoint. As I stepped inside, a memory from my childhood emerged in my head. It was very vivid. I'm 7 or 8 years old. I'm at a library with my mother. While she's looking through the books I might need for my studies, I'm sitting in the corner and looking through their collection of comic books. Back then I didn't know why they had so many, or why couldn't I take some with me. The notion of collector property was something my mind hadn't grasped yet at that age. However, back then, the whole concept of property was pretty hazy to me. His memories seemed even stranger now. I can't get, like, the nurse out of my head, just going like, strip. Alright. This memory seemed even stranger now. While I was standing in this particular camp, where they might have managed to build communism in 3 years. Soviet symbolism was all over the place, and the shelves were full of related literature. Of course, I wasn't planning to read any of these. Getting acquainted with a full collection of books by Marx was the last thing on earth I would think of. Where's the librarian? Didn't spend much time looking for her. That was her. I looked closely. Short hair, thick glasses, rather cute face. She was snoring so peacefully I couldn't just wake her up. I can wait. If she doesn't wake up in a half hour, maybe then. Couldn't just sit there, so I took a random book from the nearest bookshelf. Arthur Schopenhauer, The World as Will and Representation. I opened it roughly in the middle and started reading. The life of a man, when its endless upkeep, wants, and suffering, is to be regarded as explanation and paraphrase of the procreative act, i.e., the absolute claim of the will to live. Furthermore, it is also the reason the man owes nature his death and thinks the anxiety of his death. Is this not the evidence that our existence involves guilt? At any rate, we always exist, from time to time, paying with death for our birth. We always exist and alternately bear all the joy and sorrow of life, since neither or both can pass us without some effect. That is a result of our stated will to live. Thus the fear of death, which in spite of all the miseries of life holds us firmly to it, is really elusive. But just as elusive is the impulse which has attracted us unto it. This attraction itself may be seen objectively as the mutual longing glances of two lovers. They are the purest expression of the will to live. In its affirmation, how gentle and tender it is. One's happiness and quiet pleasure and mild joys for itself, for others, for all. Someone knocked on the door. Closed the book quickly and put it back in its place. What a nice habit, knocking on the door. I should pick it up. Yeah. It was Lena. Oh. Hi. I smiled. Hi, I just wanted to return a book. She had a copy of The Gone with the Wind that I saw yesterday. Oh, Xenia is sleeping. I'll come back later. I'm awake. Turned around, surprised to look at her. She eyed me closely from behind her table. What is it you wanted? Well, don't mean to be a bitch. I need you to check here. Give it here. She quickly signed the paper and gave it back to me. She had this look on her face that made me want to keep quiet. Lena came up to her to return the book. I thanked Xenia and went out. You really don't make conversation, do you, bro? Dots. Finally, I got all the signatures. Now I had to go back to Dimitri and give it to her. She was sitting in front of her cabin reading a book. Doesn't look like a good role model for the pioneer that she was planning to turn me into. I wondered if her responsibilities extended beyond giving fiery speeches at the lineup. Scolding Yolanda and getting involved into my moral, physical, and ideological growth. Here. I offered her my checklist. She placed it in her pocket without even looking at the signatures. Great! Could have signed it myself without going anywhere. Perfect. So did you meet your nurse? Yes. For some reason her question sent shivers down my spine. Which club have you signed up for? I didn't. I need to think first. That's pity. It's vital for you to sign in somewhere tomorrow. Well, I mean, I've been forced to sign up. Of course, sure. Right, it's time to go to dinner. About time, I was getting hungry. Headed to the canteen together with Dimitri. Looked at the sky and noticed that the sun was already setting. Board stood Elisa and Electronic. Luia and Slavia. As we came up, I heard what they were talking about. And never call me Deveshi again, or you'll get another one. I didn't call you that. You're hearing things. He did. I heard it all. You weren't even there. I was in the bushes. Come on, you guys, stop it. Look at my beautiful locks. So it wasn't a football injury. McTronach suffered her. The nurse did a good job. I couldn't even see his black eye. It's a lot of makeup. Dimitri came up to them and asked about the ruckus. What happened? Lisa and Chiskov. I didn't do anything. She shrugged with antipathy and went inside. Excuse me. Wow. Dinner time. Can I not sit next to the annoying brat so I starve? I entered last. There weren't too many free seats, yet again. There were a few chairs near Lisa across the canteen, but I'd sooner starve for a week or two than risk my head near her. There was also a seat near Juliana, but I'm not traditional Chinese, whatever crawls cuisine. Finally, a free chair near Miku. Sit near Miku. Looks like I have to pick my poison. Mind if I sit here? Oh yeah, sure. I mean, no, I don't mind. I mean, yes, you can sit here. Sat down. Look, it's buckwheat today. Do you like buckwheat? Chicken? I don't like chicken. Well, not that I don't like it. But if you'd ask me, what would I prefer? Okay. My goal for her, little next thing is to read it as fast as I can. Okay. But if you'd ask me, what would I prefer? Say, strong enough beef or ragouts? No, maybe just a hamburger. Or a rump steak. Do you like rump steak? Jesus Christ, she talks. I'm not picky about my food, and that's a simple truth. 48 kopecks. Leningradsky. Ice cream brands popular in the late Soviet Union. Alright. Oh, is that so? But those you know, they are really good here. I like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? I just love 48 kopecks. And I can't say that fucking word. Oh, sorry, I keep talking about myself. Maybe you like Eskimo better. Dinner was starting to get on my nerves thanks to such company. Seriously? Dude, she's awesome. She doesn't like being, weird. And I'm not the kind of person that can just ignore someone who's talking to them. Even her. We're at the same table, after all. You know, I once bought a waffle cone and started eating, and then, you know what? Found a screw there. A real screw. Can you imagine that? Was it a bolt? I don't really know. Screws are those that you tighten with screwdrivers, and bolts are those that you turn with wrench, yes? If there was a speed eating contest going on, it'd probably be in the top 3 winners by now. Right, I'll be going. Enjoy your meal. I got up and headed outside. Why are you such a dick? Miku was saying something, but her words were drowned by the crowd of loudly dining pioneers. What's that? I went out and sat on the stairs waiting for my dinner to settle down a bit. I just sat there and watched night falling. Everything is so lively here during the day. Kids laughing and yelling happily. Fooling and running around. Constant chatter. Games going on and swimming at the beach. But after dark, the camp changes entirely. Well, yeah, it's because everybody's asleep. Sounds of day were swapped for silence, only now and then broken by crickets chirping or a night bird. The camp was going to sleep. In every shadow you could see things. Maybe a ghost, spirit of the forest, wild animal. Human being would be the last thing to expect. That's how it looked last night, and now locals followed their routine very strictly. In the day the camp was theirs, in the night it belonged more to the forces of nature than to humans. Someone touched my shoulder. Slavia. I looked back. Damn it. Fuck off. I don't like you. It was electronic. Let's go play cards. Cards? Yep. I invented a new game. Good one. Good? Like how? Well, first, you gotta find the cards, and I'll tell ya. And go find them. What's the problem? Only Dimitri has them, and she won't give them to me. Why so? Well, the last time when Slavia came out on the porch. Dimitri, Semyon just wanted to ask about the possibility of getting playing cards. Actually, for what purpose? We invented a new game. It's called strip poker. Not we, you did. What game? I need the cards to show you. It's called strip poker. Strip poker. Why am I saying poker? Jesus Christ. I need a drink. I don't like this. Well, if Simeon is with you, then perhaps it's okay. To be really honest, we'll go fetch them together, Dimitri. I'm getting cards with her. If you don't mind, sure, let's go. I need to give you keys. We headed towards my cabin. Roughly halfway, there's Slavia stopped. Hey, I just remembered. Cards are in my cabin. Good timing. And where's that? Just down this road, let's go. Dots. Alright, let's go. We reached a cabin that in fact looked more like taller. Looked more like a trailer. Just wait here a minute and I'll be back. It just took her just a few seconds to come back. There. Show me a deck of pretty worn out cards. These must be marked in and out. That's unsportsmanlike. What happened to the fair play? Tell me about it. It's hard to cheat when you don't know the rules. Shall we go? Let's go. But first I gotta give you my keys. Is there? No. Dots. Fuck. On our way back I decided to try and find out about something. How long have you been here? In this camp? About a week. About a week? And you're fucking like assistant leader? See, and where'd you come from? I'm from the north. That's it? The cold north. She looked at me and smiled. Looks like nobody in this camp is inclined to answer even the most innocent of questions. Try to approach from another angle. What do you like? What do you mean? Well, your hobbies. Oh, I like nature. And these fucking beautiful ass locks. Strange, she's not very talkative today for some reason. Nature, I see. Want to become a natural historian? More like a normal historian. I was always interested in our nation's history. That would suit her well indeed. It appeared that among all the locals she was the only one who had nothing to hide. What if she came here just like me and simply could not trust anyone enough to tell? I tried testing the waters. Why did you choose this camp? I didn't. My parents got a voucher for me from their work. Another failure. Well, if you could choose, it's nice here. I don't think I would choose some other place if I could. Here it's like you were becoming another person. Become another person. Wasn't how I saw it. What do you mean? Jesus! Excuse me. What do you mean, become another pass? Becoming another pass? Just that there's so many possibilities. You can learn so much, meet so many new interesting people here. Now she started to sound like her chief, which raised a red flag for me. I decided to stop with the questions for now. And shove my keys in her fucking face. Damn it. When we came back, Dimitri told Shavia, I just remembered that the cars were at your place. It's okay, we got it. Good, good. Shavia and Dimitri went inside. I was going to follow, but someone grabbed my hand. Her gaze sent a shiver down my spine. Not a nice one. You want something? I asked carefully. You're going to play this stupid game? Yeah, something wrong with that? No, nothing. She was turning to leave, but then slowly looked back and smiled. So you play cards? A little. Couldn't figure out what she wanted. It's only Dirk and that's it? Card game popular in USSR similar to President. As if you're a poker star. Well, yes, technically. Then you don't have a chance. Why? Because. So you know the rules? Of course! Well, then you'll have the upper hand. Couldn't see why we would go on talking in emotion towards the door. Why do you keep trying to leave? Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Let's make a bet. What do you mean? You're such a slowpoke. The cards, what else? And what do you want to bet on? That I'll win? It's quite a possible outcome. I agreed calmly. So are you afraid? No, I'm not. I'm not big on bets when I don't like my chances. And you're not big on taking risks, too. Such an astute conversation. I'm impressed. Right, then No, you're not. Now what? I sighed in exhaustion. She was staring to annoy me with her rubbish talk about some pointless bet. If you won't bet with me, I'll tell everyone that you tried to seduce me. What? You heard me. I could imagine her doing this. Don't be stupid. Who's going to believe you? I've been here less than 2 days besides. Want to try your luck? Right. Won't happen if I win. I won't tell anyone anything. And if I lose? Slowpoke mode again? I'll tell everyone you try to seduce me. I told you already. So you're telling me now that I had to work to prove that I didn't... What the fuck? That I have to work to prove that I didn't do something when I actually didn't do it. If that's how you want to look at it. Not a simple decision. On the one hand, I'm stupid to agree. I didn't know the rules and gambling wasn't my thing. On the other hand, she could really make my life hell. And again, can I trust her? She could do it even if I win. Have you made a decision? I was going to answer, but suddenly Lena came around me from behind. What? Nothing? Seriously? You are a cunt. So? God damn. I'm gonna just have to do it. Like, that's my only option here, is to just do it. Because if I don't do it, she's gonna just tell me that I seduced her. And if I do it, and I lose, she's gonna tell me I seduced her. But if I win, she's not gonna tell me I seduced her. I'm gonna have to do it. I may regret it 100 times. Fine, I'll do it. She smiled. But if I win... Yeah, all fair, no cheating. Lisa turned and went up the stairs and inside the canteen. Why am I doing this? Because she can set me up regardless if she wants to. Since she decided to anyway. I uttered a heavy sigh and followed her through the door. I'm so screwed. Inside, everything was ready. A few pioneers stood here and there chatting. Tables were moved out of the way to make room for players and spectators. I looked around. Something was going on in the far corner. Came closer, I saw a large piece of paper with a diagram drawn on it. Am I the black one? My name was among the players. And who came up with all this? Padded Electronic, who was standing near. Of course, it was your most humble servant. Are you not playing Electronic? He bowed to me jokingly. This made me uncomfortable to the point of squirming. And why in the world am I among the players then? I was disappointed. A few seconds ago I thought I still had a slim chance to invade the tournament. That I wouldn't have to fear Elisa's revenge for losing the bet with her. Now that hope was gone. It was pure coincidence. Yeah, right, coincidence. Except that I was already acquainted with every one of the contestants. Yeah, I am acquainted with them. Well, there were a few dozen other pioneers standing in the room. I was seized by anxiety. I have a phone call from my sister. Give me a second. Caught me in the middle of recording. Thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Okay. It's the feeling of being watched while standing in an empty room with no windows and doors. I am getting food. Will there be a prize? I asked him lazily. Wanted to distract myself with a pointless conversation. Electronic was just about to answer when Yolanda came out of nowhere and started jumping around him. Prizes, prizes! I heard something about prizes. It is not the winning but the taking part that counts. Do you know what is the main essence of the Olympic Games? Oh, I see. A what? No. You'll understand when you grow up. She made a weary face and jabbed Electronic in the ribs. So what about the prize? Well, I don't know. It's not up to me. Made a helpless gesture. Really, if they came up with this stupid game, at least they could have gave the winner a chocolate medal or something. Yolanda suddenly jumped and raced off to somewhere. Wish I was that optimistic. So what about the rules? Wait a bit. Not everyone is here yet. Look around the canteen. Elisa, Slavia, Lena, Miku, and Shirk were here. Dimitri. Seems like everyone is here. Not everyone. Xenia isn't here. Does he feel uneasy or is it just me? She's not here, so what? Pick someone else instead. No, can't do that. He answered slowly. Sorry not to ask exactly why he can't do this. Well, go fetch her or something. I don't know. He can't go. He's the host of this event. Camp leader appeared as if from nowhere. But Dimitri, Electronic whined. Semyon will go. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm doing everything these goddamn buyers. Right, Semyon? Yeah, sure. Of course, who else? Where is she? Let's go. Come on. Let's do this. In the library, I guess. Okay. I dragged my feet towards the door. Please hurry. It's Electronic's problem anyway. Night is coming soon. I was going to take my time, so I slowly paced towards the library. But I found Xenia before I even expected. She was sitting on the bench of the square staring at Genda, who was silent as always. What are you doing here? Everyone's looking for you. Sitting here, as you can see. You fucking bitch. She frowned. Well, let's go. I don't want to. She looked away. Why not? I don't want to. I sat beside her. Listen, I don't like the idea of this contest myself, but we can't let everyone down. Surely didn't sound like myself there. A couple of days ago I wouldn't even think of saying something like that. Xenia looked at me with surprise on her face. So everyone is waiting for me. Isn't that exactly what I said? Yes. I won't go anyway. She frowned and hid her face. But why? I adjusted my arms, wondering. I don't know how to play cards. Oh, look at that little innocent smile. So what? Same problem here. And how can you play? What? You can only do things that you read about in books or something? Of course, that's why I'm a librarian, you sadistic bastard. What? Oha young. What did that even say? And what if you end up in Antarctica and have to rely on hunting polar bears to survive? Polar bears don't live in Antarctica. Boom, bitch! What's up? Doesn't matter, it's just an example. Come on, it's not like someone's life depends on the result. Except mine. Took her time to think. I just don't want to let anyone down. Right, then come. I agreed sarcastically. And don't you think anything funny about that? I didn't get what she meant, but anyway. Obviously everyone has their weak spots. In a minute we both were back at the canteen. Everyone looked at Electronic. So, cleared his throat. Each round consists of one game. In case of a draw, you replay the game. After this, the loser drops out and the next round begins. Since the number of volunteers, he looked at me, number of players just 8 will have only 3 rounds. 3 rounds? How does that work? Okay. Is everything clear? The crowd cheered. And what are the prizes? The prizes, what are they? Yelena, cut it out. Xavier stepped forward and tried to catch him on. I won't rest until the prize is mine. Seemed like this girl alone had enough energy for a warp jump to Alpha Centauri. Prizes, prizes. She repeated over and over. Stop it. Sabia tried to reason with her. Electronics seemed to be getting dizzy from all this running around. Let's start already. Thank God. I said calmly and added to Yana, or you won't get any prizes. Looks like my argument got through to her, so she took her place. Saya followed her, giving me a grateful smile as she passed. Oh. The pioneers finally settled down. I approached the table that Lena sat behind. You don't mind? She looked up and blushed. She blushed. Oh my God. Don't worry, I don't know the rules myself. How can I be sure that it's not only myself? I sat down. Turns out we'll have to play the first round together. Yes. Finally, Electronics started to explain the rules. Find a fucking... Whoa. Look at the cards carefully. There are exactly 6 of them in front of you. I hope everyone here knows how to count. Now you can look at them. Why are they like nuded women? After everyone had a look at their cards, Electronic moved on. The rules here are similar to poker. I hope everyone knows how to play. I knew the rules but wasn't so sure about the others. First of all, it's a top card, then 1 pair, then 2 pairs, then 3 of a kind, and so on. No flushes or straights, though. First round, you choose a card which you would like to take from your opponent. In turn, your opponent can choose to swap 2 of his cards around twice. What the fuck? Or he can choose not to do so, if he doesn't need the card which you are taking. Take a note here that your opponent can see which cards are trading places. In the next step, your opponent takes a card he chooses. So on, I think it's pretty clear. It wasn't too clear to me. Yeah, it's not too clear to me. Hey, you, Einstein. Yelled at him in front of the table. I didn't get a thing. You'll figure it out as we go. Went to the table with a diagram, leaving Yana to a smoldering solitude. You go first. If I could get my mind around the game fast enough. Lena, more complex than usual, reached out for my cards. In the middle of the table, her hand stopped. Will you... Oh yeah, I should be protecting my card. Well, was that Electronics said? To try to confuse my opponent, I can swap 2 of my cards. Twice. Or I can choose not to. Should I protect it or not? By the way, I can also agree and give her the card she chose straight away. Otherwise, Lena can change her mind and take another card if she wants to. Or she might not. Change the fuck... What the hell? Things were becoming clear. Okay. Not really. Or at least comprehensible. Now it's my turn. I can take back my card from her, or I can choose another one. I'll choose another one. Lena could try and protect her card. But if I watch her closely, I can take the card I choose regardless of her movements. It's still there. It's still there. I made it. I didn't. Jonik, who was silently watching our game, nodded in approval. Looks like now we're getting somewhere. Now, during the round, opponents trade cards 3 times. Keep an eye on each other. Penetrate your opponent with your eyes. I chuckled. Penetrate. What's so funny? Oh, never mind. Try to keep a straight face. Stared at me for a moment and moved on. And then we turned the cards up to see whose hand is better. Electronic went back to his diagram. I don't understand, like... Okay. 4. I don't really understand this. This makes no sense to me. She has more cards than I do. Four. She took her card back. Two. I don't understand. What the fuck is going on? Win? Did I win? I won! What? How the fuck did I win? Seriously, it's hard to play a game that was made up on the spot and not by yourself either. But I won! Although the moment of glory was tainted by the fact that it was Lena who was the loser. She's not very confident in general, but now she's lost. Too embarrassed to even look at her now. Probably I should have lost to boost her self-esteem. But I have a bet with Elisa. Damn it. Meanwhile, Electronic proudly pronounced that the first round is over. So that's Elisa, right? Yeah. A list of those who made it on the second round appeared in the scheme after a little while. Dimitri's not playing. It's just... Alright, I gotta face Ilana. Ilana versus me. A doomed sigh escaped me. Ilana immediately took a seat in front of me. Ha! She glared at me, grinning. How did you manage to outplay Lena? Cheated, perhaps. Not you. Just know how to play cards. At least that's what I want her to believe. And how could you outplay Shirk? Ah. Lana waved her hand, showing how easy it was. I threatened to join his club. She grinned yet again. Would you hold back too? Not a chance. Ugh. Then I'll choose which card I give you to myself. Which card I give to you myself. Did you hear the rules? Ah, screw 'em. Looked like she really didn't care. Okay, but I chose the cards to give to you too. Deal. Inspired by my victory in the first round, I ventured upon this dangerous move. I could have argued, appealed to Electronic, and eventually had my own way, but somehow I felt truly confident in the outcome of this round. Yes, we were breaking the rules, but I was in the same boat as Yana. I looked up at Electronic. It's time to begin the semifinals, he commanded. I carefully checked my cards, ensuring that Yana couldn't see them. Okay. Seeing my cards. What am I supposed to do here? What the fuck am I doing? I'm so confused. Oh, I got an ace. Fail? At least I won a single round. What the fuck? That's confusing as shit! I left the canteen. It was still too early to sleep and a short walk along the... Where should I head to? Now I'm gonna be a sex offender. Can I go to the music room? No. Boathouse. Beach. Can I actually visit people? Scene, infirmary, agenda square, volleyball, football, gymnastics. It was certainly too late for football, and so the pitch was empty. Spent a couple minutes there listening to the sounds without any luck, and then headed back. The first time today, I finally felt how tired I was. There was no light in the window, so Dimitri must have been sleeping already. Strangely enough, she waited for me yesterday. I entered the cabin, quietly stripped and laid on the bed. When you think about it, my situation hadn't gotten any clearer today. In fact, I spent the whole day doing useless stuff. I would never have even thought about doing something like this in the real world, although I had plenty of time. How much time would I have here in total was still a mystery. Now I'm going to be registered as a sex offender. Maybe in an eternity, or maybe there are only a few minutes left. Just didn't want to think about the past, about how I got to this camp. The first time in a long while I felt really tired. Not only emotionally tired, but also physically tired. Psychologically tired, and God knows how else tired. Just wanted everyone and everything to shove off, starting with my own thoughts. Wanted this mess to somehow resolve by itself. Or at least without my active participation. What if I'm stuck here forever? You don't have to get used to it. It's just like that, I'm not ready. Ahem. My consciousness slowly drifted away from me, and it became progressively harder to concentrate on something distinct. Perhaps it's better to wait until tomorrow. I rolled over and fell asleep. Shit. Kinda wish I actually didn't lose. Day 3. We're gonna stop the actual recording right there, truth be told. This is probably a pretty long episode. Yeah, long episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna take that trippiness away from your eyes. Thank you guys for watching this, and join me on the next video that I upload of Everlasting Summer. Toodles.